This is from Lewis, the league president of Smyrna Fast Pitch League, in regards to what's going on. You are aware of what's been going on, right?
Are you talking to me or are you talking to them?
Well, I'm talking to you.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And how do you feel about that?
Very disappointed.
Why?
Because they don't treat any of the other kids like that, and like, why do they only treat us?
I don't know. I don't know. How long do you think this has been going on?
Since what, 2025 or 2024?
Yeah, it's been going on a while, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so here's the email. Larry, this email is to inform you that on April the 7th, 2026, you violated the terms of your suspension. Violated means, do you know what violated means?
That means, like, you still did it anyways.
Good answer.
So, like, if you went, like, if someone had, like, a private property and they said no one could come in, and you still came in, somehow that would be a violation.
That is absolutely correct. All right. As previously stated, violation of the suspension may result in additional disciplinary actions, which may include removal of your child from league participation and the insurance of a refund. While the board does not take this step lightly, it will take further actions if necessary to maintain order and uphold league policy. You may submit a written response by email no later than 5 p.m. April 8th, 2026, confirming whether you intend to comply with the terms of your suspension. At that time, the board will review the matter and determine appropriate actions. Sincerely, Lewis Bradshaw, President of Smyrna Fast Pitch League. Do you understand what he's saying in that message?
That I have to get removed over something that I didn't do and that you didn't do either.
Okay. How do you feel about that?
Or that I could get removed.
Okay.
Or not be able to participate in much of the things.
Okay. How do you feel about that?
I feel very, like, disrespected.
Okay.
That's rude.
Mm-hmm. And why do you feel disrespected?
Because, like, do they even they don't even have real proof of this happening. They're just listening to what other parents are saying just because more than one said it.
Mm-hmm. Well, they want to call you a bully.
I didn't do anything.
I know that. Have you been bullied?
Yes.
By who?
A lot of the other teams that used to be on the Smyrna Fast Pitch team.
Okay. Anybody specific?
Shaylee.
I know. I should make sure I upload that video. Watch a board member child push my child off her face. The board member and her father are on the field and does nothing. But they say we are the bullies. All right. So here's my response to the league. Board and league president, I am responding to your email regarding the event of April 7, 2026. I attended my daughter's game for one reason, to watch and support my child. I did not intend to disrupt, threaten, or create a safety issue. At no point have I engaged in physical misconduct or posed any danger to anyone. Let the record reflect this clearly. I have consistently spoke up as a father advocating for my daughter's safety, fairness, and well-being. In return, I have been met with escalating disciplinary actions that I believe is retaliatory, excessive, and damaging to my daughter's youth sport experience. What took place was the result of a decision by league officials to escalate the situation by forfeiting a youth game because a father was present to watch his daughter play. Do you understand with that? Do you understand the game that y'all had Tuesday? They canceled it.
We figured that out. Even the coaches didn't even know what was going on.
The coach knew. Coach Mike knew. Coach Mike didn't even so much as share this with the whole team. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that when you're involved with the board or a board member, you try to keep the peace. But is that coaching when you don't even let the parents or the players know what's going on or even stand up for the players and the team? But we'll move on from that.
So he already knew what was going on?
Yes.
So then why did he say he didn't know what was going on?
So what does that tell you about that person?
That he's a liar?
Because he knew. He knew from the beginning. You know how did he know? Coach Mike tried to recruit you in the beginning as to why I got upset and did not want you on his team because of how they went about trying to recruit you. They wanted to have the vice president, Beth, that's AJ's mom. You know who that is, right? Remember the things that she had to say during the travel ball season and during the meeting? So imagine you got a woman who spoke negative about you now wants you to come and play. How would that make you feel?
I don't get what you're saying.
So do you remember, well, if somebody talked bad about you, called you all types of names, put negative labels on you, and then they come to you and say, hey, Eileen, won't you come and play with me? How would you feel about that?
No, I'm not going to play with you because you're being rude and you're being very negative. And I don't want to play with someone who's going to be negative.
So that was your daddy's issue right there. I spoke up about that to the league president as to how it is that we got here. And my issue with Coach Mike was, instead of having her call me, he should have called me. Do you get what I'm saying? He had somebody else to advocate for him to try to recruit you. And I felt disrespected when you talk negative about my child, but then you want to use my child as a workhorse. Does that make sense? Okay. So, where was I at on my response? Right here. What took place was the result of decisions by league officials to escalate this situation by forfeiting a youth game because a father was present to watch his daughter play. That decision did not only affect me, it directly affected the children of the field, on the field, including my daughter. I hear your position regarding the suspension terms. At the same time, I maintain that the disciplinary action taken against me has been unfair, retaliatory in nature, and harmful to my daughter's ability to participate in a safe and supportive environment with her parent present. How do you feel about that, the environment now?
Not very safe.
Why do you say not very safe?
Well, not very safe, but not very kind place.
Why would you say it's not a kind place?
Because these are parents saying this, and they're saying this about a kid.
Yeah. Well, some parents like to lie on kids. Some parents will overlook their kids and their behavior to lie on somebody to make them feel good. That's called guilty conscience. You understand? All right. So my response was, I reject any effort to frame my presence as the problem while ignoring the broader pattern of conduct and consistency and unequal accountability that brought this matter to the point. I am also making it clear that my daughter should not face further punishment, removal, or exclusion because of actions taken by adults in position of authority. Any decision to penalize her would only deepen the harm already done. My concern remains the same. I have raised these through proper channels, and I continue to stand on the fact that I have been advocating for my child not creating harm. Do you think what your father has been doing, do you think that's something negative? Do you think that is creating harm? Well,
no.
okay. And why is that?
Because you're trying to protect me. You're trying to help me. You're trying to reject things that didn't happen.
Okay. So, consider this my written response. I am requesting that no further action be taken against my daughter based
You
on...
already read that.
Oh, thank you. I also request that the league preserve all records relating to this matter, including emails, internal communications, meeting notes, videos, and any reports connected to the event on April the 7th. Okay. What do you have to say about that before we move on to what they had to say about my email?
They already said something?
Oh, yeah, we got a response. And that's why I wanted to sit you down, because when I read you the response, I want you to share with me truly how you feel and anything else, what's been going on. But I want it to be your words.
I don't really have much to say. I said what I needed to say.
Okay, well, let's see. Think about I'm going to read it to you uninterrupted, and you think about what it is that I'm saying, and then you move on from there, okay? Are you ready? All right, let's focus. Larry, following the board's review, and due to your continued refusal to abide by the terms of your suspension, your membership along with your child participation in the league has been discontinued, effective immediately.
So what does that mean? I can't play?
That's exactly what that means.
I can't play anymore? So then where am I gonna play?
You know your daddy gonna figure that out, but tell him how you feel.
This is so sad. I had so many friends there that I made, and now I don't get to see any of them.
This was not a decision the board made lightly. We recognize the importance of youth sports and the importance this may have. We recognize the importance of youth sports and the impact this may have on your child. Our intent has always been to provide a positive and supportive environment for all players. And we regret that this situation has led to this outcome. A full refund of your resignation fee will be issued. You will receive confirmation once the refund has been processed. You may return any fundraising proceedings and candy currently in your possession. No further fundraising obligations are required. We truly wish your child the best moving forward in the continued participation in youth sports. This action was taken in accordance with the league's bylaws and in the best interest of maintaining a safe, respectful, and positive environment for all participations.
So it's saying I can go back?
No.
What's it saying?
It's saying that here's the thing, if they got your daddy for a 3-year suspension, right? The only way that you can go back is I have to say that I will sit behind the fence and watch your game. I will have to tell them, because remember, they said that I refuse to comply. Do you know what comply means? Comply means that I have to do what they say. So the only way that you can play is if your daddy sits behind the fence. Is that what you want?
Mm-mm.
So, here's where we are. I need you to pay attention. So, in closing, I'll speak on this additionally, but I just wanted y'all to see how this has truly affected my child. I wanted you to see that this board thinks about themselves first. It is not fair to her to be punished.